We back, this time with full auto Moderator B. B-side did buff hard again, but don't worry, it's still possible to clear with a budget team. With the holiday around the corner, it's the season of giving, so here's my gift to you, a new code. The minimum score to get to is 12k, and we will do our best to reach that. I've got two setups to show, a budget team made up of farmable units, and units available through the new player selectors, and an invested team for those with more resources. Let me show you what I've got. For the budget team, now we're only taking this one mod here, it's 25%, and we actually have till about, we got 2 minutes to actually do this boss, but we're gonna actually kill it rather quickly here. Now, Taras is nice here, but truthfully, it's just there for the Kim Hana proc. I mean, the death break is good, I'm not gonna lie. It is helpful, so we want to sit there and keep that alive. Titan does an amazing job of dishing out some damage here with Ifrit. If Ifrit actually had gear on, this would be kind of nice, you know? But we're actually doing this with very, very low gear. And hey, look, our boy Jake coming through. He's up this time, so we actually get to sit here and play with him. Now, if you don't have a Jake, you can use Jane instead. Results should be pretty much the same. There may be only a variation of a second or two. It's not that big of a deal if you don't have it. Now, I have a Hilde at the very, very end to give my team some shields, so that they could sit there and take some of these hits here, but also because, well, Hilde actually does an amazing job of taking this boss at the very end. We don't have to sit here and worry about, our ship taking too much damage, because she's gonna basically be in front of it the entire time, and you could, at least at these mods, you could run her on full damage if you want. I have no gear on her, which sets something up a little later on, which actually I thought was pretty cool. But our boy Jake coming through with his ulti, sitting there putting some damage in on the boss, and of course Titan full healed itself and didn't get pushed in the boss, so it's actually was in a great position, and we got the after the kill finish a Hilde ult. And we have at least 900 points over over the min score, so plenty of wiggle room to work with. For the ship, I'm using New Detroit and Kim Hana as the operator. Now, Titan only has his EE on, but you should probably put damage gear on him. Anti-Ranger, Shadow Hall gear works here great. Anti-Ground. Chifu wants tanky gear, as much crit damage res and ground res as you can fit on her. To Rask, I honestly suggest using tank gear. I put a couple of lines of anti-ground res on him. Chinatsu, I'm going with the free-to-play set, but you want to fit as much CDR as you can on her. Ifrit has no gear, but you should put anti-ranger, anti-ground. Shadow Hall gear works well. Yang is also on the second CDR free-to-play set. Jake Walker, I'm putting my best gear on because he is he's upped. He does great damage. Anti-ranger, anti-ground damage. And then a Hilde, you can honestly put anything on her. CDR if you needed more survivability, if you need more damage, anti-ranger, anti-ground. You don't really put HP on her. I mean, you can. It's not really recommended. You want her shields. Here we go with the invested team. We're gonna have Sigma and Dino, Shepherd, spawn in here, and actually, as slow as Dino looks, we're actually we're not in any danger here of failing the proximity check at the start, so we're actually good. After that, the mines spawn, which will target Dino, which is fine because we do not want our Swan having to deal with those mines right away. And Swan's actually rather good for the auto because we can't time that S2 that you just saw go off for Detroit. So our only way to get Death Break onto this boss will be debuffs, during the burst phase. And luckily, Swans can't be cleansed by the boss's special, which is awesome, right? And you may have noticed that those mines look like they were going to kill, but we have an Eve, and Eve stopped that. Now, Reaper came flying through, which didn't actually help us with our Vivian proc. We got Dorothy out here to proc it, but it did get Anelia out here just to give us that nice little attack speed and attack boost so that we can kill this boss and before it murders our ship. Now, even with all the nerfs, surprisingly, Shepard did actually a pretty good job here. For the invested team, I am running New Detroit as the ship and Vivian as the operator. For gear, we're running full CDR on Sigma. We want Sigma as fast as possible. For Shepard, we can actually go as much damage as we can. We don't have to sit there and worry about really attack speed on this, so we can sit here and do anti-ranger attack set. Swan, we want on as much CDR as possible so she can get her ulti off as soon as she can. Rebecca, I actually have on Smite set. We are running as much anti-ranger, anti-ground as we can fit on her. Same for Eve, except we're doing double anti-ranger, where you can do attack set. Shadowhawk gear probably just might be a little bit better. Reaper, we're just going, we could honestly go full damage, but we're just going with an HP set on him. Dorothy, I actually geared. We have anti-ranger, anti-ground on her. And for Anelia, I'm actually just going with attack speed so she's deployed as soon as possible. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope this helps you get the minimum score this season. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I started playing Girls Frontline 2, and I've honestly been having fun with it. If you also play and are looking for a community for it, come join the Discord and chill with us. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're feeling extra special, you can join the Mage Institute by clicking the join button. You can catch me on Discord, link is in the description, and if you want to support this channel, there's a link in the description for that too. Happy holidays, and I will see you next time.